Hello student, this given bony specimen is of cuboid bone. This cuboid bone basically that is situated in the distal row of the tarsal bone of the foot, and this bone is situated in the front of the calcaneum bone and behind the fourth and the fifth bases of the metatarsal bone. In the Unani terminology, and this cuboid bone is called as Azmul Nardi, and you have to recognize this tarsal bone, that is a cuboid bone, from the other tarsal bone. You can recognize this tarsal bone from the other tarsal bone by its specific spatial shape, that is cuboidal in shape. You can easily distinguish it from the other type of the tarsal bone. So after recognizing this bone from the other tarsal bone, you have to just find out, because it is a paired structure, it is situated in both foot, and in each foot it is situated, it is found as a one number in each foot. So being two in numbers, you have to decide and you have to place of which side actually it belongs to. So there are certain identifying marks or features and the point that you should keep in your mind, and then you would be able to just locate its correct site. First of all, you have to just recognize whether what would be its anterior aspect or surface, or distal or posterior surface. Anterior surface is its distal surface, and this posterior surface is its proximal surface. This distal surface or anterior surface of this cuboid bone, that has a articular surface, and it is smooth, and that is for the articulation with the fourth and the seventh metatarsal bones, the basis of the fourth and fifth metatarsal bone. You can easily see there is a faint vertical ridge that divides this articular facet into two parts, and this is going to be attached with the basis of the fourth and fifth metatarsal bones, and behind in the front of this bone, and behind, and the distal part, actually this is the distal part, the posterior part, and that is going to be connected with the calcaneum, and that would make a joint, and we call it joint as a calcaneocuboidal joint. Calcaneocuboidal joint, that is a joint that is made between the tarsal bone, between the calcaneum and the cuboid bone, and this joint actually. So after just knowing its anterior aspect or posterior aspect or distal aspect or proximal aspect, then you have to know its dorsal surface or its plantar surface or inferior surface. Dorsal surface is its superior surface actually, and this dorsal surface, you can easily recognize this dorsal surface by its extensive size. It is bigger as compared to its opposite surface, that is the plantar surface. The plantar surface is not very regular, it is uneven, and it is there are some protrusion there, and it is specially marked by a groove. You can easily find out which surface is dorsal, which surface is plantar. So after knowing the plantar surface and the plantar surface actually, and the dorsal surface, that is superior surface, you have to find out the other aspect of the bone. You have to decide which part is the medial aspect or the lateral aspect. What are the identifying points that actually that is found in the medial aspect. In the medial aspect, that is extensive, and it is laterally situated bone in the distal row, and the medial surface is bigger, and it has a facet actually, and the lateral surface is much smaller as compared to the medial surface, and it is also marked by the presence of the groove. So this presence of the groove and the much smaller size that is situated at the lateral surface of this cuboidal bone or cuboid bone actually. Then after knowing which part should be placed at the front, which part that should be placed at the back or posteriorly, which part that should be facing upward and downward, medially and laterally, then you would be able to place this bone in its correct side. After knowing things, actually this part uh, that is having um, anterior surface or this distal surface, that should be facing forward. And how would you know it? Actually this one is anterior, this one is posterior, because if you place this surface anteriorly, then you have to look out whether if you place anterior surface in a such manner, this medial surface that should be facing medially, and posterior surface basically it is a much bigger, actually you can see it. The posterior surface, that is its proximal surface, and anterior surface is actually smaller as compared to the posterior surface. The anterior surface, that is its distal surface, and that is going to be articulated with the basis of the fourth and the fifth metatarsal bone, and the posterior surface, that is going to be articulated with the calcaneum bone, that would form the joint that we call it as a calcaneocuboidal joint. And you have to know the lateral aspect. That is very smaller as compared to its counterpart, that is the medial surface, that is having characterized by the presence of a groove also. And the inferior part, you can easily see it is very uneven, and it is very and the very peculiar thing of this this plantar surface is the presence of the groove that make it a plantar aspect. So after knowing all these things, then you would be able to know which side it belongs to. Actually this bone, that is the right sided bone, because and this lateral aspect, that should be facing laterally, and this is the laterally situated bone, that is situated in the distal row of the tarsal bone. If it faces laterally, and this faces medially, and it would connect to the other bone actually. So it is a right sided cuboidal bone. This is all about the cuboidal bone.